Some recent news has revealed that a new 3D Mario for Nintendo Switch 2 could actually be years away. Let's get into it. Before we get started with today's video, I just want to thank everyone for helping us hit 3,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing because it does really help out the channel. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far. I feel like every Nintendo fan is really wanting a new 3D Mario right now. The last one we got, the last mainline 3D Mario, was Super Mario Odyssey, and that was back in 2017. Then in 2021 we got the launch of the Bowser's Fury expansion for the Switch 1. That was included within Mario 3D World, and Bowser's Fury was this like huge open world, one massive Mario level, and while it was really short, it was really fun. But the main thing that the expansion did was kind of give us hope for the future. It gave us a look into the future of Mario. Is the future of 3D Mario one huge open world level? And I really liked Bowser's Fury. I like the idea of a huge world. Maybe some like variety within the world, so different kinds of sections, kind of like how Breath of the Wild works. There's like a snow part of Breath of the Wild, there's a fire area, there's also like a desert. I would like that, but for 3D Mario. I feel like it could really work, and Bowser's Fury proved that. Bowser's Fury proved that a huge, big 3D world like that does work for Mario. Well, unfortunately, it looks like Nintendo fans are going to have to wait a little bit longer for a new 3D Mario. Every single 3D Mario game has been developed in-house at Nintendo. A development team called Nintendo EPD is pretty much behind every 3D Mario. Every mainline Mario has been made by the Nintendo EPD team. And it was recently revealed just a few days ago that Donkey Kong Bananza is actually being developed by this EPD team. This comes from Nintendo Life. They said on their article, it will be linked down below in the description. As revealed to us at a recent Bananza hands-on event, we now know for sure that Nintendo EPD is behind this one, or more specifically, the Mario Odyssey team. Now, straight away, I have two thoughts about this. One thought is that Donkey Kong Bananza is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, Mario Odyssey was pretty much a perfect game. I don't really see many flaws with Mario Odyssey. I absolutely love Mario Odyssey. I've replayed it 6, 7, 8 times. I absolutely love Mario Odyssey. I believe it is probably my favourite 3D Mario of them all. I love Mario Odyssey, so to hear that the same team that worked on Odyssey is now working on Donkey Kong Bananza makes me have a lot of faith in Donkey Kong Bananza. If Donkey Kong Bananza is even half as good as Mario Odyssey, it will still be an amazing game. Now, after that Donkey Kong Direct, I have got no concerns for that game. I just want to play it. I just want this game to be out. In my opinion, I actually was like finished with Mario Kart World a lot faster than I imagined I would be, so I'm kind of ready for a new huge Nintendo game. Like, I'm excited for a new Nintendo 3D platformer. So, the fact that the Mario Odyssey team has worked on Donkey Kong Bananza is great news for the Donkey Kong fans out there. That is great to hear. They are a great development team. They're going to make an amazing game. Now, there is a second thought that I have about this team working on the game, and that's that we might have to wait a really long time to see a new 3D Mario. Now, I don't know how development teams work. It could be that the teams were like split apart, so maybe half of the team at Nintendo EPD went to work on Donkey Kong Bananza, and then the other half worked on a new 3D Mario. But if we assume that the team just stayed together, there's one huge team that just worked on Donkey Kong, we can imply that the team, Nintendo EPD, let's say they worked on Bowser's Fury, which I'm pretty sure they did. That finished in 2021, very early 2021, so it was probably late 2020 when they finished working on Mario and the Mario like Bowser's Fury expansion. That was probably late 2020, it's now 2025, so if the team stayed together, that means that they worked from late 2020 to maybe even early 2025 working on Donkey Kong Bananza. Now, Donkey Kong Bananza must be pretty much finished by now. I believe that probably wrapped up quite a while ago because you can pre-order the game on the eShop now, so I would imagine that the game is done. So they probably finished development in like 2025, so they've had 5 years to work on, or 5 years almost, to work on a new game, and in that time they've been working on Donkey Kong Bananza, so there hasn't really been a 3D Mario in development. That's what we can imply. We can imply that this team has solely been working on Donkey Kong. So that could mean that a new 3D Mario has now only just entered development. Now these games take around 5 years to develop, so that would mean that we would be seeing a new 3D Mario, I would suggest maybe around 4 or 5 years from now, in around 2029, 2030, which will probably be halfway-ish of the Switch 2 generation. Now that's just one theory. I don't believe Nintendo is going to take up until 2029 to release a brand new 3D Mario. That would mean it was, what, 12 years since Mario Odyssey? That is just way too long to wait for a new 3D Mario. I believe they've probably split the teams up and a new 3D Mario has been in development for quite a while. Maybe we'll see that release into the holiday season of next year. Because Nintendo loves to release huge 3D Mario games in that holiday season. Mario Odyssey was a holiday season game. So was Mario 3D World, as well as Mario Galaxy way back in 2007 on the Wii. So whenever this Mario game releases, it will most likely be the huge holiday game for that year. So, if the development teams have been split up or a different team is working on Mario, that could mean we could see a new 3D Mario as early as late next year, in late 2026. We saw a similar thing happen with the GameCube. The GameCube launched in 2001 with Luigi's Mansion, and then just 1 year later, Mario Sunshine released in 2002. That's because I believe the development teams were split up for that as well. So a similar thing could happen here for Mario. So yeah, it would make sense for a 2027 release if the teams have been split up. So that would mean we would have around a year and a half from Donkey Kong Bananza's launch. So yeah, it would make a lot of sense for us to see it in 2027 for that holiday season. 2027 would make more sense because maybe in 2026 we could see a brand new Pokemon generation, and a new Pokemon generation and a 3D Mario in the same year would be absolutely crazy, so I believe they'd probably wait for Mario for 2027. All we actually know for sure is that Nintendo EPD is working on Donkey Kong Bananza, and that probably means that Mario is at least a year or a year and a half away from launch. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. When do you think we will see a brand new 3D Mario? Do you believe we'll see one in 2026, late 2026? Do you feel like we'll see it later in 2027? When do you believe this game will launch? Who do you think is working on the next 3D Mario? Is it Nintendo EPD? Did they split the development teams up? Or is a different development team working on Mario completely? Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comments section. I will try to reply to as many comments as I possibly can. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you are doing so. We have just hit 3,000 subscribers, and every subscriber really does help us out. If you have already subscribed, thank you very, very much for doing so. And with all that being said, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.